So good evening, guys. Another late night evening toss. Got the race team with us in a smaller basket. And we're out here again at a mile. As I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to kind of pound this mile area and just kind of scatter around it with got 4 or 5 different toss sites I can do here in an area. This is the fairgrounds here by the horse racing track. A couple of you know this area. Getting on toward sundown. It's pretty cloudy. There's a little bit of a headwind blowing this way, but it's short, so it's not a big deal. Just good exercise for them. You see how much wind there is, the fan moving up there. That's not on a motor or anything. It just blows. But temperatures are coming down from what they were. We had been up over basically between the 105 to 110 range a few weeks ago, and now they're starting to break. This is actually usually the hottest week of the year, and it's pretty mild. It was only in the low 80s today, and we've got a lot of cloud cover moving in. So kind of a definitely much welcomed weather system coming in to cool it off, and hopefully with the heat of the summer and the way everything's been as far as the adenovirus and all that and the other issues, hopefully that stuff seems to really thrive during the hot season, in my experience with the diseases. So hopefully with the cool weather everything is going to kind of go back to normal. But here we go with the birds. Not too many left of them. Left one at home. As I mentioned before, there's the issue with the stray cats really harassing the hell out of them. There they go, cross over there. Guess they're going to kind of stay out of sight behind us from the looks of things. I don't see them coming back around, so they may be winding back around behind us. But that is it, guys. Just another short little toss. I'm going to continue to work out here at these mile stations. Really reinforce everything that I can with them before we start hitting the hills. So I just got back, and they actually beat me coming back. There's a couple of them still wanting to fly a bit, and I'm not surprised because they've not really been doing much loft flying. So it looks like everybody I took is here, and these are just loft flying such a short distance. They're not going to trap that fast, and they've still got that spookiness about the racing loft right now. That kind of what I have going on is the cats. They're jumping every time the birds come down. They're jumping up on this landing board, and I think the only remedy is I'm gonna have to raise it. I may raise this landing board up to this point to kind of maybe try to stop that, at least discourage them. But everybody is here, so that's good, because it is late in the afternoon. I mean, it's not a challenge, but we are right before sundown, so when you do toss near sundown, and especially with the headwind and the quite a bit of cloud cover, even from these short distances, you do have concerns about getting them back. I've lost 1 or 2 even at these short distances, and I think what it is, I think it was birds that were hit pretty hard with the adenovirus, and I think they just started breaking down. I had one about 2 weeks ago that came back from a toss, but it was in really bad shape, and that bird didn't make it. A couple days later, it just kind of broke down quite a bit and then died a couple days after. So I think there's still kind of that little bit of that virus hangs out in him, and when the conditions start breaking down a bit, it re-affects him. So that is a concern on him. And kind of what I'm doing right now. Last year I flew most of the season on an 80% barley. This year I've got the young birds, they're on a 17.5% mix, and they're getting hemp oregano oil from Castle Pigeon and Young Bird Builder, also from Castle Pigeon. And so far, apart from those couple that have been, you know, kind of broke down, I've been pretty happy with the way these are at least bouncing back. You know, there's always this question, when you have birds go through diseases, if they're ever really the same again from a performance standpoint. So that's kind of still a big question. Will any of them be worth a damn having lived through the adeno, or is it going to be more of a next generation value sort of thing? Don't know the answer to that question yet. But that is it, guys. I'm going to get them in. Stand here so the cats don't rattle. And here's one wanting to drop. So I'm going to get them in. I will see you next time.